Hello, in today's healthy living tip, we're going to be talking about how we can use houseplants as a natural air purifier in our home. And that may not be something that you typically think about when you're purchasing houseplants, but just know that there are plants out there that will just be a natural air purifier. And so when you put these throughout your home, just know that they're drawing the toxins and everything out of the air so that you're not breathing those toxins in. Now, you may have a very green thumb. I have a very brown thumb. And so the plants that I will be sharing with you today are very forgiving. They can pretty much stand on their own for a good while before they start begging for water and food and a little bit of care. So it just makes it that much easier for people like me who forget that they have a house plant or forget the last time that they watered a house plant, so that they are, I don't destroy them within a month's time. Also, the plants that I will be sharing with at the beginning are very toxic to house pets. So if you've got some little fur babies running around, just know that you would want to put these plants in a position that your pets wouldn't be able to get to them. And also some of the plants may be toxic to small children. So if you got inquisitive little toddlers running around, you wouldn't want to have these plants placed in a way that they would actually be able to get to them. So the first house plant that is really good for drawing out toxins is the red edge Dracaena. Now this plant will purify the air from all of the types of formaldehyde and benzene and xylene and other zenes that are emanating from your furniture, your carpet, things like that. So you don't realize how much stuff is actually being released into the air of your home just through your furniture and carpet, your personal care products, air fresheners, things like that. So the red edge Dracaena will actually draw those toxins out. Now, it is, again, toxic to pets. It likes indirect sunlight. So if you don't have real sunny windows, this would be an ideal plant for you. And the soil likes to be a little moist. So if for people like me with a brown thumb, a little self-waterer works wonders for this type of plant, because you don't want to overwater it, but you don't want to forget that you need to water it. My favorite plant is the snake plant. This is a plant that I cannot kill. So if you have a brown thumb, you will succeed with this plant. It is just like the red edge Dracaena in that it draws out the formaldehyde and the benzenes and other zenes, but it also draws out nitrogen oxide out of the air in your home. So it doesn't need a lot of light. It's very hardy. It doesn't need a lot of water. Therefore, it is ideal for those of us who forget to water plants. English ivy is another plant that you can put in your home that will purify the air. And it actually will reduce the mold that's in your home if you have any kind of mold, especially if you live in a humid climate. We live in a very humid climate. And so English ivy actually will draw any kind of mold toxins that are in your atmosphere of the home out of that. And so you're not breathing in those mold toxins. It does require like a constant temperature, direct sunlight, and a lot of water. So again, for people like me, I would have to have a self-waterer in the little container so that it wouldn't die just because of lack of water. The peace lily is my favorite, and it's very easy to take care of. If you've never had a peace lily, this would be the plant to get if you don't like to water plants. It needs a little water. It needs a little light. So it works really well for people like me. It will actually alert you to the fact that you haven't watered it in weeks. It'll just, all of a sudden, it'll just droop all over the edges of the container. And then it'll perk right back up when you give it a little bit of water. So you want to water it once a week, but again, if you're like me, you forget to water it. And so it's a great choice to have in your home for it to draw out the toxins and purify the air in your home. The Barberton daisy is a beautiful plant. You would typically think of this as an outdoor plant, but you can grow it indoors, especially if you love just to have fresh flowers around your home. And it's a great plant to have. You just place it in a sunny location, and it likes plenty of water. So make sure the soil is well drained. You don't want it sitting in water, but you do want the soil to stay moist. And it can handle fluctuating temperatures. So it just really is a good all-around plant for any type of climate that you may live in. And then you've got the florist chrysanthemum. And this is a perennial that just loves direct sunlight, needs a minimum amount of water to thrive, and you'll get those beautiful blooms, and the blooms is what cleanses the air in your home. And so, it makes a beautiful centerpiece. I love to use them in the fall. I usually put them outside. I've not really brought them inside for any long periods of time, so I'm going to have to try that. But for our climate, chrysanthemums only really last maybe at the beginning of fall through October, and then we're done. But they are a very beautiful plant, and there are just so many vibrant colors that you can use. If you don't want to use any toxic type of plants in your home, like if you've got pets indoors, small children, I want to give you a little list of non-toxic plants that work just as well in purifying the air in your home. Now you have the Calitha rattlesnake plant. The spider plant is a great hanging basket plant. If you've got some sunny windows, this would just be ideal for those windows. The money tree, I just think the money tree would be fun to have if you've got children, because you could put this in a larger container in an area of your home, and and just have some fun telling the children that that's your money tree. The Boston fern is a wonderful plant to have, very easy to take care of, and you can just really put Boston fern in every room in your home, and it will work wonders. The cast iron plant is a beautiful, long, hardy leaf type plant that looks beautiful anywhere in your home. And then the parlor palm would be a good plant to have if you like a larger house plant. This would be one that you could use. So, house plants are really fun. And again, you would want to choose house plants based on the color of your thumb, green or brown. And you also want to be careful if you have pets and small children for the type of plants that you have. But you want to choose the plant that's best for you, best for your home, but just choose plants that will purify your air. And that way you're not having that expense of the electronic type air purifiers when you can just use a natural air purifier. And that's what we're all about. We're about choosing healthy things for our life that brings balance in every area of our life. And as we are breathing in toxins, we're harming our health. And so a lot of our health issues really boil down to the type of toxins that we are ingesting or inhaling. I've included a link to a free resource that you can use to help you select the plants that you can utilize throughout your home to purify your air. So make sure you grab that link, and let's get some toxins out of our air.